Hey everyone, so I just wanted to make a quick video while I had a moment, and it's something that's been coming up a lot. It's actually something that's been coming up even before I came to Japan. So I've been encountering a lot of Jets who call themselves like expats or expatriates, and that's really cool, and it's not really a word that I've used for myself so much. So before I even came to Japan, I'd be filling out paperwork that was just like bureaucratic paperwork for the US government, for the Japanese government, and it would have the word immigration over the top of it. And so obviously that kind of was interesting to me. And so I recall the specific moment where I was sitting in my room and I was thinking, oh my gosh, like I'm immigrating. Like I am moving to another country. I don't know how long I'm going to be there, and I'm going there to get a job and to work and to make my way. And so I shared this with a couple people, a couple Jet people, and they said, no, you're not an immigrant, you're an expat. It's completely different. And I think I even brought it up with my dad, like, oh my gosh, Dad, I'm immigrating. And he's just like, no, you're not. You're just like relocating. You're being an expatriate right now. Pardon all the smoke, there's a lot of smoke coming up from the incense right now, but what do all of you think about that? Especially you Jets, like, do you think of yourselves as immigrants right now? Do you think of yourselves as expatriates, and why? And like, what's the difference to you? Because at first, of course, I was like really inclined to think of this on like a racial basis. Like a lot of white people I met like really just didn't like the term immigrant for themselves versus like people of color who were in Jet who just didn't give a fuck. But after a few more conversations with people, I think it was more of a class thing. And of course there's like intersections, so it's like a little bit of both really. But honestly, so much of the Jet community, people who finish college in their home country, so they're educated and from like a decent background, and by decent I mean they had the opportunity to get an education. But many of them are people who had such a hard time finding jobs in their home country that they wanted to take up the teaching English gig and have fun here in Japan. And they knew they would find employment in Japan, so that's why they relocated here. And is that not how we think of immigration, at least in the US? Like, that's kind of how immigration issues are centered in the discourse in the US anyway. People coming to the US for job and career opportunities that they wouldn't necessarily have available to them in their home countries. And that's kind of precisely what a lot of us Jets are doing. For me, it's kind of like I wanted to go to Japan specifically. I could have stayed in the US and done other things, but I really just wanted to do Jet, and it worked out. But still, in my community of foreigners here, I encounter a lot of resistance to the word immigrant or immigration, even though I think that's precisely what we all did. We all immigrated, we all filled out documentation that had words like immigrant and immigration that crossed the top. We're all living here. Some people don't plan on going back. Some people, are living here for an unforeseen amount of time. And so, how are they not immigrants? And really that's it. I want to end this video before I blob on too much. But I hope everyone's having a great weekend. It's a 4-day weekend for me, so I'm really happy. There's a typhoon coming, so I'm not happy about that. I hung out with a really wonderful former Tumblr friend. I guess now we're in-person friends, I guess. And Tokyo's been so wonderful for that. Like, I really need to make an effort to escape the Tokyo bubble because it's really easy for me to be comfortable here because everyone passes through Tokyo and everyone visits Tokyo. And I just get to host people here and have fun, and I don't have to go out of my way to see people, so I need to work on that. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great day.